What is going on, guys? We're out here in the garage with Yeti. We're gonna be doing some bike work today. It's Monday, just rode Thunder Valley yesterday. It's colder today. I have the day off for MLK. And so we're gonna do some stuff to the bike. I need to do an air filter, pretty simple. Need to change the oil, pretty simple. And then the other thing, you can see my ignition cover is obviously pretty torn up. My Works Connection oil filter cover is like this ugly sun roasted orange now, instead of being like a nice bright red, like, well, not that that's bright, but a red like that. And my shifter is starting to wear. So you guys all know and love my buddy Tony. I know and love him too. And Tony has been doing some powder coating at his house. So he has the whole setup, the sandblaster, the oven, everything. And he ordered some black powder coat and some red powder coat for me to do that. So I'm going to drain the oil. I'm not going to change it today because I'm going to pull that cover, and we're going to get it over to Tony with BearProofCoatings, I think is his Instagram. It'll be up on the screen, but get it over to him so we can get that all freshened up, and then hopefully have the new graphics here soon. I'm going to get some new moto tape to put on since this has been pretty shredded, and I even have some new grips. I'm not going to do those today, but I'm going to do all that all at once. So when we get the new graphics, we're gonna also have new grips, new moto tape. We'll have the powder coating done. The bike is gonna be looking super fresh. So let's go ahead and get working. Got this sweet torque adapter from my parents for Christmas, so I can actually torque things to the correct spec. So 13 foot-pounds on that drain bolt, perfect. I don't want to admit how long that took me to get off. Holy cow, that was a pain in the butt, but we got it. Pulled all the bolts for the ignition cover, put them in some cardboard, how they line up. I know it's not like to scale, but just so like, whoops, I am my camera down. So like this one goes here, this one goes here, and all the way around. So at least I'll be able to know which bolts went where. All right, we got the cover off. I didn't record too much because honestly, I've never done anything like that. I had to, I guess this is the stator, I think. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Not saying it right. Hopefully that's the right piece. I was diving into the service manual, just making sure, because I wasn't sure how to disconnect this stuff, but seems like I got it all right. I have the bolt pattern here. I put these bolts back in here. I'll order myself a new gasket, got the dowels in there. So yeah, I wasn't recording because I wanted some full concentration. So I'm gonna stuff this full of some rags so that no dirt or anything's getting in there while it's out in the open like this, and run these parts over to Tony so he can get started on the powder coating process. To be honest, I was so caught up doing all that stuff, I kind of forgot I was gonna do my air filter, but that's all right, we remembered. So I have all that stuff ready to go. And while we're at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the air filter. Take this one out. I have a few dirty ones, so I can probably do a load of those, wash those all up, and throw a freshie in there. Whew. Man, they don't usually look that bad. I don't know. I don't think that one went that long, but oof, that's not a good look for me. But hey, that's why we're doing it. So, woof. No Toil has been out of products for a while, but I'm pretty sure I still have a coupon code with them if they get stuff back in stock. I'll double check with Ryan there, but I think probably just code DeeO. Maybe it's like 15% off or something, but I swear by this No Toil stuff. I love it. I do like the green version of this more than the red. It's just, it's a water base rather than an alcohol base, and this one just has that super alcohol-y smell, which I don't care for. They both work great. I just like the green one more, and it's kind of cool to have a green filter. I don't know, that's stupid, but and then I really like these like more white filters. I mean, I know they're yellowish, but they're less yellow than some of the others. And just when you put the oil into them, you can just really see it coming through well. So yeah, check out No Toil if you haven't before. I love this stuff. Go ahead and bag up that dirty one. That is bad. I think it must have been mostly from Thunder yesterday. That's really bad. But bag that up, and then yeah. So I got a few that I can wash. Here's another one. So got a handful of them that I can wash all at the same time. And sometimes I'll put a little bead of grease on the edge of the filter. Sometimes I don't. I don't know. It's just kind of whatever mood I'm in. Not gonna do it today. So we're gonna put the filter onto the housing here and then throw it in there. And of course, not like we're riding today, so it'll have time to dry and tack up and be perfect when we're ready to rip next. Boom, just like that. Got the freshie in there. I might have went a little overboard with the oil. I definitely went overboard with the oil, but that's all right. I wrung a lot of it out into the trash can, but good to go. So let's throw the seat back on. Got a little hair on there. Throw the seat back on. All right, there we go, seat's going on. Now usually, I mean, I really never leave the bike without oil in it, and if I was just leaving the bike, I would put a note on it or something like up here and be like, no oil, do not start, you know, whatever. But with the whole left side of the engine case open and rags hanging out and my whole garage being covered with tools and stuff, I know better than to start it. But if I put everything back together and for some reason like I didn't have oil to fill it up with, I would put as many warnings as I could just to make sure that I didn't go and fire it up dry. But since the whole side of the engine is open up, you know, maybe I'll throw a quart of Frontier just on the bike just as one last little reminder, but I don't think that I would forget that. But tighten this side up, and that does it for the tear down of these parts. The shifter was the hardest part, which was stupid getting that shifter off, but there we go. All of it went smoothly, so very happy with that. We'll just set that there as a reminder. Better safe than sorry, right? All right, we got our little parts bin. We're over here at Tony's place. So he has the whole setup with his sandblasting and the oven, like I said. So gonna give him the parts and he's gonna get us taken care of.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
All right, so we're doing the first coat of red, so we'll see how this turns out. Tony just swung by and delivered the parts. Whew, they look good. Hopefully it all goes on nice and smoothly. It's actually a work day, so I got the parts from Tony, but I can't put them on yet. I mean, I could, but I shouldn't. So we'll wait till the end of the day, then I'll put them on. All right, this looks so good. Has some texture to it, just that black. Got this awesome bright red for the cover, the dipstick, and then the tip of the shifter. Got the gasket I needed too. My buddy Jake, hookup at Sun Enterprises, had it in stock. Many thanks to him. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put it back together now. And I'm gonna, again, just like I did before, I'm gonna really take my time. I think I'll set you guys up on a time lapse, but make sure I'm really meticulous with everything and get everything perfectly dialed. That's the plan. So let's go ahead and get going. All right, well, I got the stator back in there. Everything seems to be good. Crisscross pattern around here. Got the cap back on. Of course, it doesn't have the Works Connection WC here, but that really doesn't matter. It's not like I'm sponsored by them or anything. The red looks incredible. It looks so good. Probably even better in person than it does on camera. Kind of hard to see here. Let me see if I can get some light on it, but the powder coat has some texture. Got the dipstick done too, but yeah, it looks so good. I'm super excited. Really hope it holds up well, but yeah, that looks sweet. So now we're gonna move on to the shifter. I did take off the chain just because it's easier to get to the shifter, and I'll show you that in just a second. All right, we slid the shifter on. Hopefully it's in a good position. I think it looks good. And you guys know I'm not much of a bike mechanic, so there's probably a smarter way to do this, or a better way. But the way Honda has this bolt, which I probably could put on before I put it on, before I put the shifter on, but it comes in from back here. So even when you put it on fine, you still have like this much room right here to use your wrench. So when you're doing it, you have this much room right here. So you do like a quarter of a turn at a time. So I took the chain off because the chain sits right in the way here, so you have to like pull it down anyway. But I don't know, there's probably some better way that I don't know of to get back in there. But from what I can tell, like, you can't really come through here with like a T-handle or a socket or anything. So it's just a really annoying setup there. All right, well, I took another look at it and it looks like you can get a straight shot in there. So if you take your T-handle, let me switch hands here. You can come in from the back here, boom, right on there, but you can't really move it. And I'm used to having not a bunch of tools, but since my dad gave me this awesome toolbox that he had a lot of extra tools in, I have this 1/4-inch drive extension. And would you look at that, I can reach down in there. Way easier than using the wrench. Holy cow. Hey, now I know. Very happy about this. All right, sweet. So for you guys, it was what, like 2 minutes ago. For me, it was 2-3 days ago, where I was like, the hardest part was taking off the shifter. And now that I know I can access it from behind the shock, which I should have looked more into it, whatever. I never had that long of an extension before, so I never could before. That made it worlds better, but still a dumb design. Whatever. We got the shifter on there. Look how good that looks. And I am so stoked with that. Tony did such a great job. Really excited for that. Really hope it holds up well. So now I'm gonna pop the chain back on and then fill it with oil. Remember, we're not gonna forget that part. And just fire it up. By the way, the graphics got printed and installed. My buddy Dawson, who's one of my Patreons, he lives a little bit closer to Pueblo. He works close to down there. He's gonna go pick up the plastics with the graphics, then he's gonna give them to my dad, then my dad's gonna get them to me on Saturday. So 1, thank you so much, Dawson. 2, thank you so much, Dad. 3, thank you so much, Carlos. And 4, thank you so much, Jeff at FAF. But the bike is gonna look so good. You guys are gonna love it, I hope. And if you don't, that's okay. I'm gonna love it, and really that's what matters. Let's go ahead and finish this up. All right, we got it filled up with oil. Go ahead and put this back on. We're gonna give it a start, check everything to make sure there's no oil leaking out of any of the gaskets or the drain plug or anything. I gotta reconnect my clutch too, I didn't realize that. I'll do that real quick, and then we'll go ahead and start it, make sure nothing's leaking, check the oil level, and that will be the bike maintenance. Okay, so typical DeeO move. I forgot that this arm went through this same bolt, so I just took that bolt out so I could attach it. Got the clutch all lined up. Sweet, so let's start her up. All right, put some more oil in it, let it idle real quick. Pull the dipstick, wipe it off, put it back in there. All right, yep, we got some oil on it right at the end there, so I think we're good to go on that. So very, very happy with that. So final thing for this is, of course, just putting back on the skid plate. Super easy. But what I'm gonna do now, I don't have a heat gun, so I'm using Allison's hair dryer. I'm gonna go ahead and heat up and remove this moto tape. I'm gonna go ahead and pull off the swing arm decals too, just while I'm at it, because I'm gonna be putting new ones on there. So these, I think I might slap onto some cardboard, so maybe I can give to some kid at the track or something. It's pretty cool to be able to do that. It's really hard, like, to give away plastic if people need it shipped or want it shipped. It's just expensive. So if I can give a kid at the track just a piece of cardboard that has my swing arm decal on it, maybe sign it or something, like, even though I'm just a silly YouTuber who maybe will get 3,000 views on this video, it's still really cool to me. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that, and then I'll put the skid plate on once I take it off the stand, since I have to get up underneath it. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this little garage thing. Tony, thank you so much, dude. You did so amazing. I don't know if you guys can ship stuff to Tony. I'll ask him, but for sure, follow him on Instagram. If you're local, you can use him. And I would think that if you wanted a brake lever done or a shift lever done or something, you could ship it to him and he would powder coat it for you. So yeah, just give BearProofCoatings a follow on Instagram, and just follow Tony while you're at it, because he's a good guy. Like, so sick, and cannot wait to ride this bad boy, and really can't wait to get the new graphics on. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and checking this out. I know some people like the garage stuff, some don't. That's all right. If you don't like this, why'd you click on it and watch until now? But until next time, guys, as always, take it easy. If it's easy, take it twice, and talk to you later.
Because I think he can accomplish these things, but I think if you just like, man, I'm the fattest guy, you start thinking,
So close. Almost had that one first try.
one foot in front of the other put me in a bit slower. So maybe, I don't know what happened. Just if he would have finished that say eighth, whatever, he could have hurt himself. Like, yeah, it looked like he was tired. But I don't know that to be true. But that's Super champion, so I would assume, 28 laps. Because he would come back and remember, yeah, that's about it. Marty wants a front end. Marty wants a qualifying session. And then Marty crashed. And then Sexton hit his bike, I should say. I don't know why they bother. Like, hey everybody, Chase is gonna get one of these qualifying sessions. He's in the back. He's always brittle. He won. He beat it out. Like, Brandon Hartright from 20 last
How'd that one not go in? Okay, apparently it's not gonna work. That would've been cool though.